Once again, welcome you all for the subject of Power System Analysis 1. Continuation of the numericals. The numerical like this. The one line diagram of an unloaded generator, which is shown in the figure here. Draw the per unit impedance diagram. We need to choose a base of 50 MVA 13.8 kV in the circuit of generator G1. So this is the base value of the problem. Then J1 20 MVA 13.8 kV, subtransient reactance of 0.2 per unit. G2 is of 30 MVA 18 kV, subtransient reactance of 0.2. G3 30 MVA 20 kV, subtransient reactance of 0.2 per unit. T1 the transformer having 25 MVA, the star connected is 220 kV, delta connected is of 13.8, reactance of 10%, and you have to note on here the T2 is a three single phase units, each rated of 10 MVA 127 bar 18 kV, reactance of 10%. So this is something different compared to the earlier numerical what we solved. And T3 this is a T2. T3 is of 35 MVA 220 kV star side, and 22 kV is also star side. X is 10%. So what I have done is, what are the base value? That means in the numerical what the values they had given I already mentioned here. You can able to see 13.8 the transformer rating, and T2, and the generator rating G1, G2, G3, transformers rating, everything. Okay, so that it is going to become very easy to solve the numerical. Then initially we need to select the base values. So we know that. So what is our base value here? 50 MVA 13.8 kV is the base value. So occurrence generator G1, this is very important. Okay, so base power 50 MVA. You have to see here what we selecting, and the actual value are different for the generator G1. Okay, if 50, this is for 20. Okay, base voltage considering on the generator G1 is 13.8, because they have mentioned it is 13.8. Here also it is 13.8. Okay, then what next? Already we selected this is 13.8. Next one is transformer T1. We are moving from generator G1 to the transformer, then the transmission line to the G2, again from the G1 to the transmission line to the T3, then to the G3. This is how we are moving. Okay, suppose if the transmission line is the base, so we have to move from transmission line to the generator. Okay, subsequently to the generator G2 and G3. Here generator G1 is the base, we have to move from G1 to the transformer T1, then the transmission line, then T2, then G2. Similarly the T3 and the G3. Okay, so what next? So already we got the values of generator, voltage is 13.8. Next we have to go for what is the voltage on transmission line, that is having the impedance of 80 ohm. Okay, we know that this is falling under ST side, right? This is ST. Okay, so this is your LT. We are talking on generator and the transmission line. So similarly for the transformer it is LT and this is ST. Okay, ST is equal to LT rating of the generator into ST rating of the transformer divided by LT rating of the transformer. That we know the formula, and once again I am not writing here. Okay, that's why. So what will happens? 13.8. Okay, 13.8. So ST rating of transformer is 220 divided by LT rating of transformer is 13.8. So what I have got, okay. So these two will cancel, 220 kV. So what is the new value? You can see here, new value is 13.8 kV on the generator. So voltage on the generator is 220 kV. This is the new value. Don't get confused here. Okay. Then next, similarly, if it is 220, this part is also 220. Okay. Because everything, there is no transformer here. This is also 220. This is also 220. This is also 220. Means across 100 ohm is also 220. Across 50 ohm is also 220. Okay. This is, you can see here 220, 220. Okay. Then coming to that, the base voltage on generator G3, okay, this part you can see here, we know that. Similarly, this is of LT, okay, this is ST. So I want to calculate what is LT value. So what is that? LT is equal to ST, right? LT is equal to ST into LT rating of the transformer divided by ST rating of the transformer. So what we got? It's 220. Already we know that. This is also 220 into what is the rating? 22 divided by 220. So 220 will get cancelled, 22. So you can see here actual value is 20 and new value is 22. So this is a quite difference. Similarly, for the transformer, the T2, okay. So voltage ratio of the line voltage of three phase transformer bank. So T2 is an three single phase unit rated of 10 MVA, 127 bar 18 kV. You have to see here, 127 side is star connected, delta side is 18, means 18 kV. Okay. So we have to calculate the ratio T2 side, because star side is 127. We know that it is star connected. That's why we need to multiply it by root 3, because we are converting three phase into a single phase transformer rating into a three phase transformer. That's why we have to calculate the line voltage, that is root 3 multiplied. Okay, this part root 3. So you have to be very careful here, multiply only across the star side, not the delta side. So root 3 into 127 you will get around 219.999, that is 220 kV, and the delta side is 18 kV. Similarly, so our intention is to calculate the base voltage. So we know that. Similarly, the voltage is on LT side, this is on ST side. So LT side is equal to ST side into LT side rating of the transformer divided by ST side of the rating. So we'll get 18 kV. Okay, this is the value. So while solving this, how you need to write the actual value, means what they mentioned in the numerical, then what you got after selecting the base voltage. So if you are writing, then only, I'm not saying that you should, it is going to become easy to solve the numerical. Okay, you can see here this is the actual value. So once you're selecting that, the base value is going to change, it is 22. So similarly, there is no problem here. So across this point, this is how you need to consider solve the numerical. Okay, there is only the change across this numerical is T2 is consist of three single phase unit. Rest of the procedure remains the same. Let's see. Reactance of generator G1, we know the formula. Okay, xg1 new is equal to volt into MA base new by volt into kV base core volt by new. So here you have to be very careful here. New value, what we got, base voltage, base MA is of 50 and the voltage is of 20, and 13.2 square of this value will get 0.5 per unit value. Similarly for the transformer T1, the same way. Okay, new of 50 MVA and volt value 25. Here sometimes you will take ST side, sometimes you will take LT side. Don't get confused here. So we are no problem to consider it is ST or LT. So if you considering ST is also fine or LT is also fine. Okay, there is no hard code rule Here there is no such change the value of the generator G1, so that's why I'm going with the LT side. 13.8 square by 13.8 square, this is 0.2 per unit. So then coming to the transmission line, you have to be very careful here because the formula is going to change for the transmission line. It is XTL in per unit is equal to ohm, XTL in ohm into MVA base divided by kVb square. So MVA is 50 MVA, okay, and the voltage on the transmission line is 220 square, so we'll get a 0.083 per unit. So similarly for the 100 ohm transmission line, after substituting it is 150 by 220 square, you will get a 0.1033. Similarly for 50 ohm transmission line, 50 into 50 by 220 square of this value 0.0516 will get. So for the you have to see here, this is something different. Transformer T2 is an bank of 3-phase transformer. So each rating is of how much? It is 10 MVA. Okay. So we are making 3-phase transform, single phase transformers into 3-phase transformer, each having the rating of 10. Okay, 10 multiplied by 3. So we will get 30. For the rating, you have to multiply it by 3. For the voltage, you have to multiply it by root 3. This is how we are going to transfer. Okay, this is something different, so you have to be very careful here. 10 into 3 will get 30 MVA. Okay, similarly for T2 transformer, we know that new is equal to volt into MVA base new by volt into kVA base per volt by new value. So after substituting this, we will get. So similarly, I'm considering here for ST side, so 0.166. Okay, similarly for G2 transformer, sorry, generator, so here 50 MVA divided by 30, so there is no change in the voltage, so 18 by 80, 0.333. So similarly for the transformer T3, what we are considering is either you can consider ST side or IT side. So 50 by 35 into 0.1 into 22 square by 22 square, 0.143. So for the G3, so here it is change the value of the voltage. It is 0.2 into 50 by 30 into 20 square divided by 22 square. So we get 0.275. So once you calculated all the values, we have to draw a reactance diagram. That is important. So here we know that for the generator, we need to consider reactance of source of EMF. So once you got the answer of all these parameters, so you have to incorporate. Okay, so then only the evaluator is going to understand what is the value. Otherwise he has to search for the values. Okay, so reactance and the source of EMF for the generator G1, it is G1 EG1. Next we have transformer T1. This is what just the reactance, and we have 80 ohm transmission line. This is for the transmission line. Okay, then coming to this point, it is 50 ohm transmission line. This is a 50 ohm transmission line. Then we have transformer. Okay, T3. This is a transformer T3. Then the G3 generator. There is a reactance of and the reactance and source of EMF for the generator G3. Okay, G3. Then the transmission line, then the transformer, then the generator. Okay, so there is a reference. This is called, we'll call it as reference or the ground. Okay, this is how we need to solve the numerical. Next numerical we have below figure shows the schematic diagram of radial transmission system. The ratings and the reactance of the various components are shown in a load 60 megawatt at 0.9 power factor lagging. Okay, 60 megawatt at 0.9 power factor lagging is tapped from 66 kV substation. So it means that we have substation, we are receiving at a 66 kV, which is to be maintained at 60 kV. So what is that meaning? So we have the transformer rating. This is what we can see, the transformer. 60 means substation. This is supposed to be maintained at 60 kV, but we are receiving at 66 kV. Okay. what we need to do is calculate the terminal voltage of the machine, represent the transmission line and the transformer by series reactance only. So what is the difference between this numerical and the earlier one? Okay, earlier we used to calculate only the reactance. Now what we have to do is we have to calculate the terminal voltage of the machine. What make difference is he has not given what is the voltage across the generator G. We have to calculate that. Okay, so there is a load. The what is the voltage which you are receiving across the load is not constant, it is fluctuating. So we have to calculate what is the Pareto value of the entire diagram, means the radius diagram we have to see, and next we have to calculate what is the current which is flowing into the network multiplied, then we will get the what is the terminal voltage across generator G. So before proceeding to next, we should understand which one we have to consider is the base values. Okay, base values. Earlier you are supposed to give that you consider the base voltage and the base power referring to this diagram. Here is not mentioning that, so it is quite different. Okay, so what we are doing is we have to consider the base voltage. Either we have to consider across generator or the transmission line across the load. There is no such option to consider across the load because there is a quite difference in between 60 and 66. So we are not going further across the load. There are the two option is only the generator and the transmission line. But here I don't know what is the generator voltage, so I don't have option. So what we need to do is we have to consider the transmission line voltage is the reference. Just we are assuming that let the base power we are considering 100 MVA. Just we are assuming that. Okay, and I told you that we have to go for the voltage on the transmission line because I know that 220 kV, this also 220 kV, absolutely the transmission line voltage will become 220 kV. So that's why I'm considering the base voltage in the transmission line is 220 kV. So if I know that this is 220 kV, I know what is the rating of the transformer, then I can able to calculate what is the generator voltage. Similarly, I can able to calculate what is the load voltage. I think people can able to understand this concept. So let's see. I wanted to calculate across the load side. We know that. So this is ST, this is LT. Okay, LT is equal to ST rating of transformer into LT rating of transformer divided by ST rating of transformer. I am not writing the formula once again here. That you have to remember. So what is that? 220 kV. Already we know that this is 220 kV into what is the LT rating of transformer? It is 66 divided by 220. So I will get 66 kV. 66 kV is the new base voltage across the load. Similarly, for the generator side G1, so means the G. So we know this is LT. Sorry, this is ST. This is LT. LT is equal to ST rating of transformer is how much? 220. What is the LT rating? Sorry, this is transmission line. So LT is equal to ST rating of the line into LT rating of transformer is 11 divided by ST rating of transformer is 220. So I'll get 11 kV. So this formula you should know it. Okay, this is the 11 kV. I got the base voltage of the generator, transmission line, and the load. So next, what we have to do? We have to calculate what is the reactance of the generator, transformer, transmission line, and the load. So here I don't know what is the reactance of the generator. So what we are doing directly, we are going for the transformer 11 bar 220. Okay, 11 bar 220 kV of the transformer. So that's we know the formula xt1 new is equal to xt1 volt into base MVA base new by volt into kV base square by new volt into new value. So we are considering across the transmission line side. So new value and old value, we are assuming that transformer it is 100 MVA base. So 100 by 100 into what is the voltage? This is also 220. This is also 220. I will get 0.1 farad. So similarly for the transmission line, okay. So what we got? This is not 50. This is supposed to be 150. Okay. This is 150 line. Okay. XTL per it is called XTL movement MVA base by kVA base square. So 150 into MVA base, what is it? 100 MVA. What is the voltage on transmission line? 220. Square of this value will get 0.31 per unit. Similarly for the transformer 220 bar 66 kV. So here you can see that we know that xt new is equal to xt volt into MVA base new by volt into kVA base volt by new value. So here this is the transformer having the X is equal to 8% of reactance. It is a 0.088 divided by 100 unit 0.08. 100 by 100 220 square by 220 square. I am considering ST side of the transmission line. Okay, this is a 0.08 per it will get. Then, so here they are not given what is the impedance of the load. So we are considering that Z is equal to VL square divided by P minus JQ. What is that? VL is nothing but voltage at the terminals of the load. P is the active component of the power at the load. Q is the reactive component of the power at the load. Okay. So consider this the single line diagram. So based on this, we have to draw a reactance diagram. Why we have to draw a reactance diagram? Because I don't know what is the load, means I don't know what is the forward value of the load. So just I am representing it is a load, and also what we don't know what is the generated voltage. That's why we are representing it is a reactance. We know that. So per unit reactance generator, this there is a reactance and source of EMF. For the transformer we got 0.1. For the transmission line we got 0.31, and for the transformer T2 is also means 220 bar 66 is also 0.08. So I have to consider that the entire load it is VL. Okay, considering this, okay, considering the reactance and source of EMF together it is VG. So let's understand that VGT is nothing but terminal voltage of the machine. VL is the load voltage, IL is the load current. So what is mean? So what does make any difference here? Yes, of course. So here, so if I know what is the terminal voltage and multiplying this the current, okay, what is the current which is flowing? This the current and the EMF. So I'll get what is the total voltage drop. This voltage plus this voltage, I will get what is the terminal voltage of generator. So this is nothing but how the cell will be implemented in series way, in series manner. Okay, this is the voltage plus the this drop, you will get the generated voltage. Okay, so what is the current which is flowing? IL we need to calculate. Okay, so I know that. So actual value, this is supposed to be maintained at 60 kV, but what we are doing is we are tapping from 66 kV. So I can say in other words, that is actual value, this is the base value. So actual value is 60, base value is 66. So 60 by 66 will get 0.909 farad. This is the VL value. 0.909 means 909 is the VL value. So all we got the value of VL value. But next is we already know what is the reactance. We need to calculate what is IL value. So IL value how to calculate? So we know that the power which is drawn by the load. So we know that IL is equal to P divided by root 3 VL cos phi inverse of that, sorry, angle of minus cos inverse. But this will, we can call it as P is equal to root 3 VLIL cos phi. That's what the meaning. Okay, just we are rearranging to calculate IL value. So what is the power which is drawn? It is 60 megawatt. Okay, 16 10 to the power of 6 divided by root 3. What is the VL value? This is working at 60 kV. Don't get confused here, actual value and base value. This is actual value, okay? 60 kV into power factor is 0.9. What is the lagging? Why it is considered in minus? Because it is lagging. Okay, at an angle of minus cos inverse pi, you'll get 25.84 cos inverse of this angle. Okay, so 642.5 at an angle of minus 25.84. So this is the actual value. We have to calculate in per rate. So I should know what is the base value. So what is on base value? So here there is no angle. Why it is angle? Because it is MVA. So this is in terms of megawatt. This is in terms of MVA. Megawatt having the angle. MVA is not having the angle. Okay. So what is an base MVA considering? It is 100 MVA base. Okay. This is 100. Okay. Divided by root 3 into kV b square. So this is supposed to be okay, 10 to the power of 6 by divided by 10 to the power of 3. Okay, after doing that we'll get 874.77. So this is the base value, this is the actual value. It should be converted in per rate. So IL per rate is equal to IL actual value divided by base value. So 642.5 at an angle of minus 25.84 divided by the base value is 874.77. So how do you got this value? Okay, because we are calculating on 100 MVA base divided by, so this is the base voltage of 66 kV. Okay, this is actual value 60, this is base value 66, this is what the 66. So this will get 0.733 at an angle of minus 25.84. Okay, then so by looking at this, what we can write? So VGT, this value is equal to IL multiply this reactance plus this transformer reactance plus transmission line reactance plus the transformer reactance, okay, multiplied to the IL value plus VL value. In per unit I will get what is the VGT. Let's see what is the VL in per unit is equal to 0.909. Already we got this value. What is IL value? Already we understood that it is per unit value 0.77 0.733 at an angle of minus 25.84. So transformer T1 is 0.1, transmission line value is 0.31, and the transformer T2 is also 0.08. So after substituting all this, converted into polar form and rectangular form. Okay, rectangular, and this is the polar form value 1.112 at an angle of 16.87. So we have to calculate what is the value across the generator. This is in per unit value, but from the numerical already we got this is 11 kV. While converting the base voltage, it is you need to multiply it by 1.112 into 11 kV, you will get 12.232. This is the value of terminal voltage on the generator G. This is how we need to solve. This is something different.